global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Most people have been talking about the issue of cessation of Biafrans and all of that. And most people believe that the reason why they keep on pushing for this is because when they recall what happened in the Civil War and how marginalized they are, that had made their temper to go up and see them keep pushing that it's either Biafra or nothing. The question has been, how can this be solved and still keep them intact? A frontline politician who is of the Yoruba origin had opened up on what he feels will quell this anger. And I would like to just read out what his thought line is like. And the news have it that the frontline politician and Nigerian professor of sociology, Yemi Olarewanju, has stated that to bring closure to the Nigerian Civil War, the next president of Nigeria should come from the southeast part of the country. Speaking with newsmen on Sunday night in Lagos, Professor Olarewanju stated that 50 years after the Civil War, 50 years after the Igbos rightly or wrongly believe they have been marginalized and persecuted in Nigeria, it is morally incumbent on the rest of Nigerians to make concessions to them for the land to be healed and the negative perception addressed. He, however, emphasized that other geopolitical zones in the country will be needing a detribalized Nigerian of Igbo extraction to occupy that position, and has identified Senator Orji Kalu as a man that meets that requirement. According to Professor Olarewanju, the current chief whip of the Nigerian Senate, Dr. Orji Kalu, has acceptance in all the geopolitical zone of the country and is widely perceived as a bridge between northern and southern Nigeria. He is an astute businessman with interest in shipping, aviation, oil and gas, publishing and the banking industry. His track record is there for all to see. He is quite different from most of the Nigerians parading themselves around as political leaders in the country. Most of our leaders became rich by dipping their hands into government coffers, unlike this man that was already rich before joining politics. He further stated that you cannot talk about Nigeria's return to democracy without mentioning the name of Orji Kalu, since you cannot talk about our democracy without the formation of the PDP. I attended several meetings in his residence in Lagos during the formation of the People Democratic Party in 1998. I saw a man who was committed to the unity of Nigeria. He did not just commit his time and effort, but his resources was also involved in the formation of PDP and the emergence of the Southwesterner as president. The 5 million naira for the registration of the party was provided by him. He gave Governor Olusegun Obasanjo 100 million naira to fund the presidential campaign and also made the first 500 million donation to the party. He was funding most of the activities of the PDP at the formation stage. Everybody that came for meeting in his residence in Ikoji collected transport money from him at every gathering. It was only Atiku Abubakar and Yomi Edu that never took money from him. Asked if the senator's recent conviction would not count against him, he responded that his recent acquittal by the Supreme Court actually counts in his favor. He reminded Nigerians of various leaders who went to prison in the past and later became presidents. He mentioned former President Olusegun Obasanjo and the incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari as some of the people that went to prison in the past. In his word, even Joseph went from prison to the palace in the Bible. I bet a lot of people in and outside the corridor of power in Egypt at the time believed the false accusation leveled against him by Potiphar's wife before his conviction. Orji Kalu was already a billionaire before he became governor of Abia State, so I wonder how they say he stole their money. Joining politics was a setback for his business. He lost his airline banking license to politics. In fact, he would have been richer if he did not join the murky waters of Nigerian politics. Nigeria has done great disservice to this man to think that they jail him for some political reasons based on some funny calculation for 2023, is the greatest injustice that could be done to any man. But I would like to thank the 7 justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria that saw the injustice meted to him by the High Court and found the courage to nullify his conviction. Governance is about managing human resources as well as the economy, so we need people that are business-oriented to come and run the affairs of this great nation. We need someone that has a track record of growing businesses from scratch and not people who became businessmen by stealing money from the government. I think Nigeria should ask this man to come and run the affairs of the country. The people from the eastern part of the country should compel him to throw his heart into the ring and come and rescue this great nation. Concluding, the professor of sociology stated that in 1998, Nigeria agreed that with the annulment of the June 12, 1998 presidential election, there was need to heal the wound in the land by ceding presidency to the Southwest. We should, as a nation, do the same for the Southeast. They have not tasted power since they returned to democracy in 1999. It would be morally wrong for any zone to contest against them in 2023. Wow, that's a good write-up, I can assure you. It's a very good write-up because when you look at the reason why this guy was the choice, this candidate for that's Olusegun Obasanjo was the choices candidate for Nigerians as a whole, for PDP and for Nigerians as a whole, it was counted on the fact that there was a Yoruba president who was denied that position in 1993, which is MKO Abiola. And on the basis of that, he was given consideration. Now, guess what? The Yorubas are not better than the Igbos. Let's be real. You know, these are some of the things that we need to bring to limelight. I'm not really trying to celebrate Orji Kalu, whether he did wrong or whatever, but I'm just trying to look at the viewpoint this man is coming from. If they, in a very short period of time, the Yorubas were being considered in a very few, 1993, 1999, a short period of 6 years, they were given consideration. Now, there's another set of people who have gone through different periods of pains in their life. They have been considered to be the vanquished in the civil war between Nigeria and Biafra. And nothing has been done to like bring down their anger to something. Nothing has been done to like, oh, let's show these guys that they are still a major part of us and bring them in. Nothing like that has been done. Now, why wouldn't they keep on pushing? We want our, we want our, we want our, because, hey, no appreciation from Nigeria. I'm telling you, it's really serious. Now, look at where it is right now. Reasonable number of them are now saying, we want Biafra, we want Biafra, we want Biafra, we want. The federal government has not even think it needful for them to do something. They have already proscribed them as a terrorist group when they have not done anything. Now that you have proscribed them, don't you think you are strengthening them more and more to stand their ground and still keep desiring for a new country called Biafra? Ideally, if we still wanted them to be a part of this country, it's very simple, just as this man has rightly said. Now, guess what? We've been talking about this severally. Just like this man has rightly said, this politician and a professor has rightly said, why not bring in one unifying factor, unifying personality who the North accepts, the South accepts, and we bring him in and allow him to run for presidency so that tomorrow, if they stand up and say, oh, we want to step out, or we don't want this, or we don't want that, somebody can say, what do you want us to do again at this point? We've given you guys 8 years. We have set up commissions in your place to develop the Southeast. What do you want us to do? Posterity will bear everyone witness. They want out. Whatever thing they want to do, let them go. After all, we have done our best. Simple, Shikina. If that is done, guess what? Some of them, they will say, but they gave us chance now. We'll become president at least for 8 years. Why should we still be thinking of opting out? These people have endeared us to themselves and still want us for keeps. None of this thing is being considered. Some few days ago, I heard someone talk that, hey, power cannot leave the North. Another person also came up that is now the turn of the Southeasterners. But you have forgotten that there's a major geopolitical zone that has not enjoyed anything. Some people are so, sometimes I just wonder if it's an act of greed that is making certain people reason the way they are. You have been enjoying that thing. Oh? You have been enjoying it. Now, it's so. Let's just look at what from 2019. Sorry, from 2009 to 2020. Not even one person has stepped into that position as Igbo leader. Said, oh, one Igbo man is now the president. Not even a vice president. Start counting. Not even a vice president. And you still feel that they should be comfortable. When they brought up this guy, Peter Obi and Atiku, they fought it off and they kick it out. Now, who is going to... why do you think that they have to still stay back? That's the question. Why? It's something that we have to realize that Nigeria does not belong to any geopolitical zone. Wherever we are today in terms of growth, in terms of everything, it has been by the instrumentation of everyone who calls himself a Nigerian. Whether dead or alive, they have contributed their quota. So for that reason, every single group, every single geopolitical zone have the right to take a central stage as the president of Nigeria and rule this country for 8 years. That is the truth. Whether you like it or not, is a truth that cannot be resolved. Well, however, it's a good one. Let's just